I know everyone says this, but where did 2022 go? I feel like it was just yesterday the PiP crew was doing our list, and I was making sure you guys were drinking your water. You better be drinking that water, goddammit. So like last year, these are the 5 games in no particular order that got me through 2022. Zero Sivert is a top-down pixel survival shooter, that was a very hard word to say, with a twist of cheeky breeky, drawing influences from, get this, Stalker and Escape from Tarkov. Alright, I obviously know I have a bias, or shut up, alright, I know. Zero Sivert is still in early access, but still has hours upon hours of content at the current moment, and that's because it follows the same gameplay loop of Tarkov and Stalker. Basically, you're a player who's dropped into a desolate wasteland filled with monsters, paranormal anomalies, and countless different human characters who want to kill you just as much as you're trying to kill them and take what they're carrying. The idea is you go into these areas that range from forest to industrial areas to complete NPC missions or to scavenge items for yourself. Like all of these types of games, you start with very low levels and very low amount of equipment, basically BB gun level of gear. You die again, and die another time, and slowly build yourself up to literally becoming a one-shotting Giga Chad. I'm going to be watching this game very closely, but so far I've already put 60 plus hours into it, and it still has more and more to give. I've been waiting for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, not to be confused with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, for a very long time. The original was such a big part of me getting into multiplayer shooters and even what I call shooty bang bang games. It's hard to describe, but the vibe you got in those days in terms of multiplayer and story was so different and memorable. So when they remade Modern Warfare 1, I knew it was only a matter of time before Infinity Ward had their sights on Modern Warfare 2. In terms of story, Modern Warfare 2 nails it. Where Modern Warfare 1 took the characters you knew and gave them more personality and story, Modern Warfare 2 cranks that up times 10. You get a good real feel of the brotherhood that 141 always had in its predecessor games, but never really had time to show. Really more just showed you all the crazy action. They just were, like, buddies. Here, they talk about past missions, banter with each other, and even have dialogue options and responses for these characters, giving you different insights into them and their pasts. It's a blast of a campaign, and new characters such as Alejandro are a welcome addition to its ever-expanding Modern Warfare universe. The multiplayer end of Call of Duty is pretty damn great. I wouldn't by any means call it perfect, but I'm having a blast playing multiplayer and just experimenting with guns and trying out new ways to play. I welcome actually the new DMZ mode, which is, guess what, a Tarkov-like mode, where you get dropped into Al Mazrah, either through solo or with friends. You basically go in and do missions and complete them while fighting AI or actual real players, usually squatted up with other players. You loot, build money to buy better gear within the DMZ, or extract rare weapons to use in other modes like regular multiplayer. However, if you die in the DMZ, you lose whatever you brought in and looted. Unlike Tarkov though, there isn't an economy, so money doesn't really matter, so it's less sweaty. That's actually probably why I liked it so much. I'm not too into Warzone, but every time I tried it, it was buggy and felt half-baked. Bring back 1v1 in Gulag and Gunfight, because this 2v2 nonsense is terrible. God of War Ragnarok takes on the impossible task of preceding the chef's kiss absolute Kino Omega level threat that was God of War. Not to be confused with God of War. Please, somebody come up with better fucking titles! In most ways, God of War succeeds in taking what made God of War 2018 look so good. The environments look amazing, the combat feels punchier, but I do admit the parry block system is a little exhausting in this game. I don't know why, I don't know what they changed, it's just not fun. The visuals and combat just look amazing though. Like the way the axe and the blades have their elemental looks while you swing them around is just eye candy. And the sound design really does sparkle here and there. And plus the little bows, the way the bows have that cool little effects, they're really cool. The performances in this epic look and feel amazing. I don't think there's an actor here who fell flat, albeit some terrible jokes thrown on here and there. There were so many resonating scenes within this game that you just have to experience for yourself, and the game looks and feels like a labor of love, and is well deserved to be up there with all its Game of the Year nominations. Elden Ring is a game I respect so much. I always gravitate towards open world games that give you as much player freedom as humanly possible. From the very get-go, I wanted to veer right off the path and go fight everything I possibly could. The game lets you do that, and that's really what I love about it. I fought dragons way too early, bosses I wasn't ready for, saw story beats out of order, visited castles I couldn't enter until later, and the game not once had to pull up a prompt or hold my hand for me to figure out how to overcome all these obstacles. It just gave me a sandbox and handed me a shovel and said roam free. That is the Elden Ring experience. In terms of techie stuff, the game looks amazing, with environments looking immensely detailed, with some being the clue to actual stories within the world. The combat is your run-of-the-mill Souls game, but I'm not too into the series to say if that's a good or bad thing. I just had fun being a katana man named Hurricane Hank the whole time. And story-wise, I'll be honest, I played everything wildly out of order, so unless I had a journal the size of Game of Thrones, I really had no way of remembering what happened without a YouTube video or something like that. But personally, I don't play Souls games for that. I'm in it for the insane battles and tight combat. The game delivers that and then some. Elden Ring is another game this year that is well deserved as Game of the Year nominations and awards, and I can't wait to see what FromSoft does next. It's supposed to be a big mech game, and you know me and mechs, I fucking love them. Marvel Snap is a game I fully expected to play as a joke and immediately dump. If you don't watch our podcast, which you should, I started to play Marvel Snap in secret because Mario would tell me a bunch of times that I should play it. The goal was to get dummy high in level and reveal that I'd been playing it this entire time. Oh, just throw the veil out of it. However, the plan immediately died because I caved in and almost told him immediately. You know, I really had no spirit on that one. Anyway, I didn't expect to like this game. I've been vocal about my disdain for video game versions of card games many times on the podcast. I'm just more of a real card guy. However, somehow Marvel Snap found the magic sauce in not taking itself too damn seriously and puts you into a card match that will more than likely take you less than 10 minutes. These games are so quick and gets you back into another one even quicker. The cards let you build some crazy decks and definitely promote experimentation. And the best part, in my opinion, is that each game is different because it throws 3 mystery modifiers in the mix in terms of playing fields, which can give positive or negative effects to the game. It's really fun. I'm having a blast with it. It's uber simple and probably one of the easiest card games to get into for the low price of free. Damn, Marvel. Those are my top 5 games that got me through 2022. There was a lot more, but a lot of the games I played this year were either revisited or whittled down from the top 5 list. If you want to hear more about the games we talk about, though, we run a weekly podcast where we talk about just that and more. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to drink your water this winter season. See you next year.